Alright, this is my informative speech over Wilson syndrome. I'm here to inform you about Wilson syndrome, the symptoms of Wilson syndrome, and how to help with people with Wilson syndrome. First one is, what is Wilson syndrome? In the book, Wilson's Temperature Syndrome, a Riverside low temp problem, it was discovered in 1988. In the book it says. It was written by Dennis Wilson, who was the first one to have Wilson syndrome. What it is it's a medical condition with low body temp, which means your regular body temp is 2 to 3 degrees lower than what usual people are. An average body temp is 98.5. People that suffer go from 96.5 down to 95, which is the start of hypothermia. 1 in every 30,000 people have this in the world. So, if you equal that out, it's a very rare case. The next one is the symptoms of Wilson syndrome. And this is according to Wilson's Disease for Patient and Family, book written by George Brewer. The symptoms are migraines, fatigue, hair loss, low body temp, PMS, hot and cold tolerance, insomnia, decreased memory, and lack of concentration and ringing in ears. I have Wilson syndrome. My average body temp is 96.2, so it's about 2.3 degrees lower than usual. On a day-to-day basis, I suffer from fatigue, migraines, insomnia, hair loss, hot and cold tolerance, and concentration. So, it's a day-to-day basis that you suffer from. Wilson syndrome also comes with other side effects. You can't drive when you're suffering from low and hot tolerance, and your body temp suffers from 95. If you go below 95, it's called hypothermia, and when you drop below that, you need medical attention. And in less than an hour, your body temp can go from 95 up to 104, which can cause seizures and strokes. And last summer, I had a seizure because my body temp went from 95 to 102. And my last one would be, according to the paper, Progress Toward Improved Wilson's Disease Drug, Science, written by Science Daily. It's about treatment and how to help people with Wilson syndrome. How to help people with Wilson syndrome. There is really no cure for Wilson syndrome or treatment for it. There is a medical drug that people are tested on that works about 4% of the time. So very rarely do you have people actually choose the medical option. But on a day-to-day basis, you are faced with self-treatment, which is a healthy diet and mostly exercise. You're told to get 4 rounds of 15 minutes of each exercise a day, and you're told to stay away from red meat, except for once a week, and not to drink alcohol with it. So, then other ways to do it is have a regular sleep routine. You're supposed to go to bed about 10 and get up about 8, so you have 10 hours of rest. You're supposed to have about 10 or 11 hours with this syndrome. And if you don't, you're suffering from insomnia or fatigue. In your day, you have suffer more migraines, PMS, and hot and cold tolerance. Other treatments are, there is a new drug coming out according to the book, the Progress Towards Wilson's Disease drug. It is supposed to help with maintaining a body temp at 96 or above. So it's supposed to keep you from getting too cold. And it's a blanket treatment. As you take the drug at the hospital, it is pumped through as like an antivirus through your blood vessels. And when it does this, it keeps your body temp maintained for a week. And each week you're supposed to do a treatment. That drug has not come out yet, but there are many people waiting to do this. It limits the symptoms. And all it does is really it makes you less symptomatic and keeps your body under control. In my conclusion today, I have informed you about what Wilson syndrome is, how many people have it in the world today, and the symptoms of what people suffer from today. The symptoms are migraines, fatigue, hair loss, low body temp, PMS, hot and cold tolerance, insomnia, decreased memory, lack of concentration, ringing in ears, and lack of blurred vision. And I inform you how to help and the treatment options. How to help people today is really support and helping them with their appointments and stuff, and how to control it, and when to recognize they're having problems. Treatment options are not yet released, but soon hope to have a drug that will be able to help people with Wilson syndrome.